Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Artistic Avenue. My name is Philip Wong, and today's special guest is Jackson Moran.
Hey, Jackson.
What's going on, Christian? How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How you doing, man?
I'll be just fine, thank you.
All right, let's start this interview, man.
Yeah.
So, Jackson, when did you start doing musical theater?
God, 5 years old. I was in a production of The Jungle Book or something. I was in a lot of kind of childhood musical theater acting things. It was quite fun, But I've always been a theatrical person, and I think there's nothing else I should be doing. So I've been doing it forever.
Why did you pick specifically musical theater?
I
Like,
mean, first off, the people that are in the musical theater department just seem kind of like super wholesome and awesome. I really got drawn to the spaces that they had, the department head, and then of course like the actual art discipline. There's three different arts all converging on one, and it's like I'm a very quick person, so I like that I'm constantly moving from one art to the next, and I'm learning a lot of things instead of just one specific discipline. So yeah.
is there anyone that you look up to, like an actor or a performance that you really enjoyed and inspired you?
you know, Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction. I mean, that guy, he can just sling out the greatest acting performances I think I've ever seen. That guy has inspired me so much. I saw him in Marvel movies, but yeah, he was very inspiring to me. And I think that's what pushed me to originally go into acting and then move into musical theater. But that was my original inspiration. Still is. Great guy.
Why did you choose to go to Soda?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I would say I'm decently good at following along and doing academics, but there was just something about this alternative way of learning that really spoke to me, because I like to kind of be not quirky, but I like to take if there's a special path I can take, I'll take it. And I mean, I got into Lowell, I was going to go there, but I decided I wanted to go to musical theater just because I knew that I would gain more out of doing that than just going to a regular high school. So, yeah.
So for your audition for musical theater, how was that? Was it intense?
Yeah, we did 2 rounds. So there's one in like the fall-ish, more like December-ish, and then there's one later on. And each was split up, I think, into 25 people. So there were four groups of 20, so 100 kids, I think, something like that, audition. So I was in a group of 25. I was one of the only boys. I think it's a little bit easier for boys to get in because there are just so many girls auditioning from my past experience. I was nervous at first, but everyone made me feel super welcome. It was very inspiring, and I at the end I knew that even if I didn't get in, it was a great experience to have. So I had a lot of respect for their audition process, but it wasn't stressful. It was just fun.
So in musical theater, what do you guys do there?
Yeah, great question. So we have a ton of artists in residence, airs we call them, and they have a range of expertise, sometimes merging two of the art disciplines together. But so we have a ballet teacher, we had a clowning teacher freshman year, we have an acting teacher, two vocal coaches, or maybe three now, multiple dance teachers that teach tap, jazz, Mexican folk dance. So we're doing a lot of different things. We do playwriting. It's really fun, and we have these interdepartmental performances that we do that are really fun, where we showcase our talents. But the department firsthand is not about performing, it's about learning, so you can apply that later on in life or in other things that you're doing. But so baseline is just a lot of hardcore learning these three different subjects, which are vocal, dance, acting. Yeah.
So what was your favorite performance that you did with your peers and musical theater at Soda?
Wow, that's a difficult question, but it would actually honestly have to be during Zoom. We did a radio show, basically, that was a Orson Welles well, actually literally a play for a radio play from Orson Welles, which is about the Earth being taken over. And we rewrote the entire script so that it made sense in modern times and in California. And we spent a lot of time working on it, and it was really fun to get into voice acting because there were no cameras, so but we still sang, we did stuff like that. It was really fun. So it's just cool to see how we can adapt, and I think that was, that was great about that show. But every show is really just phenomenal, but that was the one I specifically loved recently.
So if you were given a chance to like work with like other departments, which one would you choose, and like why would you choose that department?
Honestly, one of the main reasons that I was so drawn to SOTA is because there are so many different people that are into so many different art forms, all converging on each other in one location. And I have always tried to collaborate with other departments like media and visual and theater and dance and world music and band. And I mean, every department has its own upside and downside, and like being able to kind of have compatibility with other departments and being able to do extracurricular collaborations, and also academic collaborations is just, it's quite interesting, exciting. So I couldn't pick one, but I'd say just all of them at any time. You can just do so much. It's like a Rubik's cube that you're unlocking. It's nice.
I know you dance, sing, and act. That's like a lot to juggle with like academics too at school. Like, how do you manage to do your academics and arts?
The SOTA process and the SOTA system it makes it really easy. I thought it would be difficult, but it's split into academics in the morning. We have 5 periods that we rotate through, and we have 3 periods each day, if that makes any sense. And in the afternoon, after a 45-minute lunch period, we have like an hour and a half time period of arts block every day. So we're doing it, and we don't get too much homework. The teachers understand that we're all in arts disciplines, so there's a lot of it's very smooth, and you get into it quickly.
So how has this like pandemic and COVID-19 affected the way you perform and work with your peers in musical theater?
I feel like I'm compelled to say that it brought me down and took away my drive, but it hasn't. It's actually forced me to kind of find nuanced ways of staying motivated and performing. And like I said with our radio show, it's become a whole new world to tackle for the teachers and the students. And so I think that we're like the cowboys exploring a new frontier, so it's quite exciting and interesting. I'm excited to see what skills I hold on to from the pandemic once I go back to in-person learning and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been nice.
What are some future career paths that you're interested in?
There's many. I'd love to audition for Berklee School of Music. Actually, I play bass and guitar. But I've also looked into a lot of acting, theater, musical theater, playwriting, directing, screen acting, stuff like that. I'm very driven to do something in the arts field. But besides that, I have been looking a lot at business. And yeah, I'm still a little confused and unsure, but I've just been looking at a lot of different things, But music and art is basically what I'm going head first towards.
All right. Well, that wraps it. Thank you so much, Jackson, for your time today.
First, I'd like to thank our special guest, Jackson Moran, for his time today. And I could not do this without my co-producer and co-host, Christian Himenez, and my producer and editor, Bill Wong. And special thanks to Miss Milstead from the media department. Well, I'm Philip Wong from the Artistic Avenue, and I hope to see you next week.